Hello, welcome back to our quest to make the Buffalo Sabres relevant again. It's early January 2022 and time to check the standings. Our main goal is to sell off veteran players for high draft picks, definitely picks within the first 3 rounds, but ideally for picks within the top 2 rounds. The offer below was very tempting, but negotiations would actually last for a few weeks. The Rangers switched tactics and made a fair offer for John Hayden that I could work with. Adds another second to my stash. That's quite the display of ineptitude we've seen here. It takes a special level of patheticness to go winless in 26 games. Anderson's wisely decided that he's too old for this shit. I can't blame him. Now this is what I was waiting for, 2 first-round picks, although one will be in 2023. It'll cost me a decent left defensive prospect along with Butcher, but with Owen Power already in the system I can afford to sell left defenseman. Sold. And once more the Rangers come calling, this time for a center whose name I can't pronounce, and their own 4th-round pick they had traded to me earlier. In exchange they're offering me another second, but in 2023. That works for me. That was all the action I got ahead of the trade deadline. I would have liked to do more, but I've still ended up with multiple 1st and 2nd round picks over the next upcoming 2 drafts, and with luck, I'll be able to move more players after the season is over. Now it's about running out the season and hoping we'll get some luck with the draft lottery. Hey look, Jack Eichel's back. I'm still obligated to trade him, but that was impossible while he was still on injured reserve, and now we're past the trade deadline. The plan is to use these remaining games as his league-wide audition for a post-season trade. The season is over and not a moment too soon. Now let's just go straight to the championship results. A classic finale of Chicago versus Pittsburgh. Balls. The Blue Jackets get the 1st pick overall, and we get to pick at 2. At least we also get Florida's pick at 12, and also the Rangers, which is somewhere in the 20s. Since the season's over now and my scouts have made 3 passes at the draft class, I'm sizing up what's available and it's not great. The top 10 or 12 are solid, but then there's a steep cliff after that, so it'll be a challenge finding quality after the first 2 picks I make. Meanwhile I'm seducing Columbus with an offer of my 2nd overall, and Jack Eichel for what's going to be Shane Wright, and like a stubborn mule they're not budging. Balls. I want Shane Wright, I need Shane Wright. I'll weep if I don't get Shane Wright. Damn, I'm not getting Shane Wright. You're a bastard Columbus AI general manager, and I will have my revenge. But moving on, Joaquin Kimmel is a right winger, and was listed as the third best prospect, behind a defenseman I don't need, so Joaquin it is. Welcome Space Monkey to the Buffalo Sabres. It's now pick 12, and I have the option of drafting the best goalie in the draft, but this goalie isn't all that fantastic, nor are there many good goalies available period. I'll pass and find something else. This is interesting. Should I draft Sexy Beast again? This is not the same database, and this version of him isn't the specimen that he was in my online league. Let's keep looking. It was a really hard choice, but I'd settle on a center and right winger Brad Lambert. There are skaters available with high ceilings, but I really need forwards, and they're all defensemen. I'm gambling that one of these good defensemen will still be available at pick 22. And my gamble paid off. Left defenseman Thomas Hamara remains available to be picked and is the best player available. At this point it's a crapshoot, but I'd pick Mickey Milne with my next pick. Maybe I can pair my next pick Owen Murray up with Owen Power, and create the Owens. This Swedish center I'm picking looks just about as good as that center I picked at 12. Now it really feels like I'm just throwing darts at a list, but Philip Misa is our pick here. The remaining picks are really so random I didn't bother recording them, and I won't bother mentioning them unless they do something impressive as they develop. Most likely you'll never hear of them. Okay, now to try and stabilize the team a little, if only to suck less than we sucked last season. All that sucking hurt my pride, and wait, that sounds wrong. Forget that and just know we're signing Joonas Korpisalo to be our new goalie. Rittich will get to be his backup. I'm signing him to a shorter contract since we may have a prospect who can take his place in a few seasons. There's more than a few holes in the lineup now, but I have forwards in Rochester that I can promote, so I'm really looking for left defenseman and maybe a forward. We got a starting goalie. And one of the defensemen I targeted is on board. Some help for the forwards. Another defenseman signs up. Our backup is secured, as is another forward. As you can see, I've been trying to move Eichel, but the interest just isn't there yet. All I'm getting are low ball offers. Well, I'll think about how to move Eichel over the next little bit, but I think this ends the video, so thank you for watching.